Welcome back, Kryptonians, to the Chart Experts continuing coverage of Bitcoin and the crypto charts. Welcome back, and let's follow on from our last video. We are looking at the monthly time frame right now, and we can see a very clear bearish outlook for Bitcoin on a monthly basis. This is very important because we saw the previous range, the previous monthly range, which was this one. Okay, so we saw price consolidate within that box and then break out to the downside. We're now seeing a retest of that box, of that particular range. We could see price move temporarily into that range, but ultimately this is a bearish structure that we're seeing right now. These candles are telling you that the sellers are in control. We also haven't revisited the lower part of this particular range that we're seeing right now. So if we were looking at the current range in terms of the monthly chart, we would be looking at this here. Okay, we're around about the middle of that range, but we have the bottom of the previous range to contend with, which should act to push price lower. But even if we do move higher into the previous range, we'd still be within this monthly bearish candle, and we are expecting for the sellers to continue to exert control of this market on the monthly basis. Okay, so this particular candle is exerting its influence on a monthly basis right now on Bitcoin, and this picture is very clearly bearish. Okay, right, so let's move to the weekly level, the weekly time frame. Okay, right, so in terms of the weekly time frame, well, as I said, price can move higher, but right now, even within the weekly time frame, we're within the selling wick range of the previous weekly candle, which showed that price was still being affected by the sellers. So we saw last week that there was a huge amount of selling going on, and that resulted in price moving lower. Now there's no reason why we can't see similar price action this week. So we saw price move higher last week and then end up lower. We've seen price move higher within that particular range. It could also move back lower. Okay, but we are within that particular range, so let's just label that as well for you. We are within this range right now. The previous week's range, price has moved neither higher nor lower out of that range, and the outlook currently, because of this bearish price action, let's just think of this as one big red candle just for clarity's sake. Okay, so when you're looking at this is basically that's what this is, and if we were to fill that with red, okay, that's what you're seeing right now. So any movement right now within this particular red candle would be classed as counter trend unless and until we break above the 48,000 range. Okay, but right now we're looking at the immediate previous week's price action, and we can see that we are within the selling wick area, and we've not broken above or below that. However, we are expecting for price to move lower it could initially move higher and then move lower, no problem. We are expecting it to ultimately to test the lower part of this particular area of the big red candle. Okay, so that's your outlook for the weeks ahead, really. Currently we're looking to see whether how strong the buyers can move price higher before the sellers ultimately take back control of the market and move price lower. And we are expecting to see a break of that 26,000 range low. Okay, I hope this helps. Again, none of this is financial advice. It's just for education purposes only, and it's interesting to see how this market is going to